Thank you. We'll call the May 15, 2023 meeting, the Greenville Board of Public Works and Safety to order at 5:30 p.m. Roll call, please, Amanda.
Mr. Coleman?
Here.
Mr. Hoover?
Here.
Mr. Rutherford?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our minutes of our last meeting of May 3rd, 2023 have been distributed to members of the board. Any corrections, additions, or deletions from staff? Here is our motion for approval as presented.
So moved. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Chief.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Start off by saying that Sam, your hair looks great.
Thanks, Chief.
Here
You
tonight,
guys go to the same barber or what?
here to ask for approval of a couple of job description changes. My admin assistant who served the past, including myself, 3 chiefs, is retiring. It's one of those that we've all got those positions that are really, really hard to replace. So we hate to see her go, but Sherry House, my record supervisor / Spillman administrator, she's been with the city about 30 years. Very knowledgeable, very capable of moving into that slot, but she holds some very specialized certifications dealing with our Spillman CAD system that I would like her to keep also, that are not currently part of the job description. So we're basically asking to change the chief's assistant to chief's assistant / Spillman administrator. And then the record supervisor would just be simply a record supervisor without the Spillman administrator title also, or job duties. The pays would kind of equal out as, but I think that's for tonight.
Do you have the record supervisor position filled, or you have somebody?
Yeah, so about a year ago, we were able to ascertain New Whiteland's record supervisor, and she came on as a records clerk for us, and she is very capable and very well liked, and will be fine moving into that spot. And Sherry will move over and be my admin assistant, but she will also still oversee the entire records division.
Questions for the chief? We'll move for approval of both the revised job descriptions. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Have a good evening. Next, Mr. Stone. Where are you? There you go. Hi, Adam.
Good afternoon, and I appreciate you letting us come before us. I hope you all received, actually it was late Friday night, we sent out a draft utility project agreement related to the Pulte development east of 5 Points Road. This and actually the separate agreement are similar in form, in that each are utility related relative to residential projects. This one specifically is residential. There's an assessed value guarantee. We would have to conditional based on your approval. Subsequent approval would be at the redevelopment commission for certain reimbursements based on some of the non-utility related items. But as far as today, I just wanted to come and present the project agreement. It is subject to a few final edits. We've just asked that you delegate to Sam or others, legal department, to make any final edits. Otherwise, I'm happy to take any questions on the project. This one in particular is a reimbursement resolution, an agreement whereby essentially the funds will be reimbursed as they're both installed, inspected, and approved by the utilities.
Questions for Adam?
I move that we approve the request.
Subject to
final review.
Council reviews and for signature by the mayor upon approval.
Correct.
I'll second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And you okay if I go?
Sure, go ahead.
Yep. So the second one is the Anderson Hauser project along with Unicorp. I'd like to just say thank you for the two Anderson Hauser executives that are here today. I know they're quite excited about the project. This one will be starting land closing in June. Similar to the Pulte agreement, this will be going before the redevelopment commission for intent to reimburse as well for any of the non-utility specific items. Still has the assessed value component as well as two phases within this project, with the immediate phase one being interest expansion, as previously announced, and the retail development along Worsville Road 31. This would also be a reimbursement agreement whereby the costs in this case that are incurred are reimbursed as installed and inspected by the utilities.
Okay. Still a few details to work out, or?
Yes, okay. Similar. Yeah, there's actually a few edits going on just even this afternoon. So similar to the last one, we've just asked for a little bit of discretion on the final signature.
Kristen, Chad, anything you want to add? Don't have to.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Chad Keel. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Anderson Hauser USA. So I've been with the company about 10 years now. I went to high school here in Greenwood at Greenwood Christian Academy. So that 10 years is about a fifth of our existence here in Greenwood. It's exciting for me to be able to be a part of this. I want to thank the city for your support. In the last 10 years, we've grown exponentially from about $250 million to closing on $750 million. So it's very exciting for me to have come out of Purdue University, started at ENH, and see us now acquiring these 30 acres to expand further and continue investing in the community. So thank you from my side.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions, or is there a motion for with respect to this?
I'll move for approval. Subject to the same conditions. Subject to the same conditions as before. I'll second that.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Very good. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Adam.
Thank you. Adam.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kristen.
Next, we're going to move to Sean Kofer. I think Sean's with us online. Is that correct, Sean?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, let's talk about Worsville Commerce Center Phase 2, Lot 1 first. What are we doing?
Okay, perfect. Yep, we're good. We finished that building up. Everything is done, and now we're just wanting to get the performance bonds released. We've already put in the maintenance bonds, got those to Paul. So we're looking to get the I think we have 4 of those maybe of the performance released, and then acceptance of the new bonds.
Market says the only thing we have is condition is verification by field staff, installation of the perimeter and monuments. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Further questions for Sean or Mark on this one?
We approve the request subject to that condition. The monumentation be verified.
I'll second that. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Sean, we're gonna move down to lot 3 now.
Okay, yep, lot 3 is now complete as well. Same thing. We've finished all the work, have sent in the maintenance bonds and paid all our fees. And so we're looking to get the performance bonds released and acceptance of these new maintenance bonds for that building.
Mark, this is an unconditional recommendation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'll move for approval. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Have a good rest of your afternoon and evening.
Yep, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Goodbye.
Next, we'll look at the CA Industrial Buildings, buildings 1 and 2. Ed, are you with us? Mr. Petula? It doesn't?
No.
Okay. Well, Mark, can you walk us through this?
Yep, so this is CA Industrial Buildings done by CA Ventures up at Graham Road. It's located just north of the fire station out there. They are asking that we acknowledge that the improvements have been installed, inspected as about satisfactory, and to release the performance guarantees for the dirt work, storm sewer, sanitary sewer, sidewalk improvements, public right away, and the signs and monuments.
again, your recommendation from your office is non-conditional approved, correct?
Yes, sir.
Makes that motion.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Mark. Rick Kovacs, Starbucks at Summerfield Crossing.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Good
Good
afternoon.
evening.
Excuse me. Tell us what we're doing here.
We're trying to develop a Starbucks on Worstville Road and requesting the acceptance of the performance guarantee. You should have the letter of credit we provided, and also the acceptance of the inspection and testing agreement, which we've signed and deposited half the check.
Okay. Not a Starbucks drinker, but I know where Summerfield Crossing is at, but where are you putting this?
In between the Ace Hardware and BP west of 31 on Worstville Road.
Okay. That's that. I cut through that lot a lot. And again, an unconditional approval.
That's correct. Yes.
I'll move for approval. A second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Meyer. How are you?
Evening. Today is time to work out the closing on our 2021 rehabilitation project, which is under contract to build a pipeline. In doing so, rounding up the numbers, at the end, we kind of ran over by 23.5% of the original contract price amounts. So reaching to $222,109.95. We brought the contract price up to 163, but we speak of $1,163,095.
And that's done.
Yeah. And that's all done. We get an actual overreach during the period that the contract was emergency repair that needed to be addressed, and we just moved on and built a pipelines contract.
Funds are available.
Yes. Do have a change order prepared. Sign off.
Questions for Keith? I see Deputy Mayor's leaving, so maybe.
I move for approval.
Second. Okay, go ahead. No, further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Keith. Anyone from the audience wish to address us? You're online or?
There's no one online, but at the city.
No one on.
Nobody wants to talk. Okay. IDM compliance plan status update, Sam? Anything good?
All's well with IDM, and I think we're a few handfuls of fertilizer away from getting to bless the Western Regional, aren't we, Keith?
Yeah, very close.
Great. Your status of task, man.
I have one thing for you. It's some lighting for Brighton Estates. Contract's been distributed. Total cost is $6,732 for 10 years.
Is that for the whole, or is that primarily the new back end?
It's what's on the screen right now.
Just adding lights.
The back end section. Questions for Sam on this? I'll move for approval.
Second.
Further discussion? Favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All easy tonight, Sam? Is that correct?
That's it.
Okay. Mark.
So first item I have for you under my status of tasks is an operations and maintenance manual for water quality for the State Ridge Suite in the South Park Business Center. We're asking that you accept this operations and maintenance manual and authorize the mayor and deputy mayor to sign on the board's behalf.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The only other item I have for you are 2 sanitary sewer service special agreements. Those were Sage Fire by Bell Web Section A and Section 1A and Section 1B. We're asking that you authorize the mayor or deputy mayor to sign on the board's behalf once these agreements are approved by city legal, sanitation field, and the engineering division for these projects.
Where is that located again?
This is the Pulte Del Webb community off of 5 Points north of Main Street, south of County Line Road.
Go back to my first picture if you want to see.
Yeah, it's the same one that Adam was representing on earlier.
I'll move for approval subject to those approval conditions.
So, or second.
Further discussion?
I'll throw it off here.
Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Mark. Greg, I think you're gonna really talk to us.
Good afternoon. I have one item for you. I sent out an email regarding this. It's with our agreement with Baker Tilly for our annual comprehensive financial reporting. You may recall that we changed from using Crow to Baker Tilly this year due to some performance issues we had in Crow. And in the process of going through all this changeover, Baker Tilly has had to put in more work than they anticipated. So they are asking us to increase our not to exceed limit. As a trade-off, they did write down $15,000 off of our last bill, but we are asking to increase the not to exceed by $25,000.
Questions for Greg?
I move that we approve the request for an amount not to exceed 25,000.
I think Shauna drew up an agreement with the mayor to sign.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. That just leaves you.
I would move that we approve the claims. I'll second that.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We'll stand adjourned at 5:47 p.m. Thank you all.